Oh, okay, what's up, everyone? Yeah, so I have to go get my oil change today, so I am off to this wonderful place by the name of Walmart. They do it so cheap, but sorry, I probably shouldn't be doing this while I'm driving, but we got some vehicles here in place. Okay, so beautiful rainy day today. One of my favorites. I don't know, I love these things. I love these days. I know that I live in Phoenix, and that's probably why everybody's like, hey, if you live in Seattle, you know, you'd probably hate it, blah 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 blah. Well, I don't live in Seattle. I live in Phoenix, and I love the rain, and when it comes, it's fantastic. And to me, it has the opposite effect. It actually gives me energy and just makes me want to go do stuff, especially photography. The best type of lighting you can get, plus water drops, I think just makes things look so cool. But first, on the way to get this oil change, possibly check out maybe some toys to see if I could buy for some photos as well. Good stuff for the rain, so we'll see. So just walking here, I see Nerf guns, which I always had been a big fan of, right? I mean, that stuff is awesome. That'd be a good video, actually. Nerf gun fight. Anyways, but here's Adventure Force. You know, if I was a kid, I'd be asking for Nerf guns. I'd be so pissed if I ended up getting like Adventure Force, especially when you open it up, you see the bright colors and stuff. You'd be like, oh my god, I can't wait. I can't believe I got Nerf gun. And it's Action Force or Adventure Force. I can't remember the name, but I bet you the darts don't even stick. I mean, it's already hard enough for the normal darts to stick, but I just laugh at that stuff because I just imagine the poor kid that gets like the cheap version in his friend, you know, because he always has a friend or a couple friends or all of his friends that have the Nerf ones, like the best ones, the bad boys, you know. But I was cracking about that. But Nerf guns, I mean, those things have come such a long way. I mean, look at this thing. It's so insane. I used to have those weird darts back when I did them. Oh, so crazy. I mean, it's killer though. Okay, now we come across some figures. Now, I always go to that toy store, my toy store that I go to for figures, but they always run, of course, quite expensive. Of course, they always have the best ones, the ones with articulation and so forth. Let's see if there's anything here. Right now, not too impressed. So you can see there's a lot of stiff ones. This one has some articulation points for sure. Look at that, $20 for these now. 22 inch. This is nice here. It actually has some articulation point. That's actually a really good one. That'd be fun to pose, but see, I don't know how much articulation it has or how many articulation points it has because it doesn't show, and usually a lot of them say that's McFarlane toys. Might not have many. I don't know. It's a good one to kind of maybe check out, but $20. Crazy, everybody's stocking up on the toilet papers and the cleanings. I mean, it's crazy. So I was kind of shooting this, I was shooting a portrait style because it's so much more convenient. Because I was going to use my Osmo, I forgot to do that, so I started using the phone and then realized, oh, portrait. Anyways, I'm out to go shoot, or I'm on my way to go shoot some toys right now. I was looking for a certain location, like a parking lot. Right now it's, you know, Wednesday, everybody's in the office, so it's kind of hard to find a parking lot actually that doesn't have that many people. The one that I did find, which had been perfect, has been blocked off because this place is closed, and unfortunately they blocked it off. So I'm going to go to this other location, but this is not the one I wanted. I wanted pavement parking lot. This is going to be a different one. So we're going to see how it goes. Oh, okay, I got rained out. Oh, I was actually talking to a guy here for a little while, flying his Mavic, Mavic Mini? Yeah, Mavic Mini. Flying out in the rain. It so far performed well. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow when he tries to fly it again, it won't function. But right now, it actually did pretty well. He actually flew it out there for, I would say, about 30 minutes. But I mean, look at that. I am soaked. So I don't know. I try to get some shots, but I get so paranoid about my camera getting wet, and yeah, I had to pack up and bounce. But I'm gonna check out a couple photos, see how they are, and if not, I'm gonna be back, or at least find another spot to try to take some photos. But yeah, it's been coming down all day, which I'm not complaining. I think it's wonderful, but I did want to get at least a couple photos or some good photos. We'll see how this works. I decided we'll stop by a parking lot that I was driving by and saw. That'd be perfect. Here's my setup. You can see it. There's my can of aerosol. And there is the Steve McQueen and Mater, and my camera shooting with a 24 to 70 millimeter Sigma art lens on my 80D, and we'll see how these turn out. Okay, so just got done. Not out here for too long, maybe 30 minutes. Rain finally stopped. Could have used that at the first location I was at, but this is actually the original shot that I wanted, and I think I got a good shot. It took quite a few, and actually I think it's towards the end. You never know. Once I get on the computer, it might be another one I see. But right now, man, that thing was sick. I don't know why I'm going like this. I guess I just want to look, big, domineering, whatever. So, if you saw the shot, you saw my setup. Man, this is great. I think there's going to be some good shots. I've been waiting to do this for a while. Let's check it out. Okay, just got home. 410 total shots. Well, you're shooting water splash, with the aerosol can that I was using. You have to have, not only a fast shutter speed, but you have to be able to have the burst shots, which is exactly what I was doing. So, out of the 410, maybe 200, maybe usable. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm here. I am excited to check these out. This is the first time I've actually done like water splash toys like this, water splash style, anything to do with water. Honestly, it's the first time I've done it while using like an aerosol can. I mean, I've done toy shots with toys, sitting in water and puddles of water. Not crazy. I mean, nothing big, but to actually have burst shots and have the water just like stand still, like mid-air, boom, just like frozen in time, That is, it's always cool when you see something like that, because we're just not used to that. I think these are going to be good. So can't wait. And I'll share them with you guys. So I'm looking through the shots right now. And I think there's me some good ones. Let's check them out. There's one that I wanted to check out that I marked in camera. Well, kind of in camera. I took a picture of it when we were over there. So I'm going to go to it really quick. The first ones I've just kind of scrolled through it really quick, but I want to see this one just because I was so excited about it. Oh. It's it looked good in camera, but it's so validating that it looks as good as it does on screen. Oh, let's check out a couple more. Oh, all right. The first ones I took, really good, but I was in a hurry. Remember, because I got rained out. Really good though. I mean, I was like very impressed. I mean, they look cool. It just the water splashes, I fixed one up. it looks cool. I love this one. So let's go through a couple of these and a couple test shots that I had. You know, kind of I delete some of those depending, and there's some good shots here. And you know, it's one of those things where you don't want to take the, you don't want to remove the camera. You don't want to move the camera because you have a good setup, or at least it seems like it. And a lot of times you do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times it's like perfect, so you don't want to move it. But a lot of times I pick it up, I check it out, I want to make sure everything looks good, you know, so I have to pick up the camera because kind of by water and everything, and I want to get the camera away from the water as soon as I'm done shooting. So I look at it and then I have to put it back because it's just one of those things where I can't settle, right? I mean, I just can't. I just like, oh, okay, it looks good. It looks good. I think it could be better. I just think it could be better, right? And so that's what I did. And these, even the first ones that I was taking here, look fantastic. And I'm very, very happy with these. I think they look fantastic. They look so good. I'm super excited about this. I mean, here's one. Mark that out of 5. Marking them up, the best ones, rating them at a 5. And so good. I'm taking one that's just completely still. It's so crazy the effect that just water splashing has versus something like this. Okay, you know, you have this one that doesn't have a water splash, and then you have this one that has a water splash. And the difference is just mind-blowing. And it's just water splash. I didn't change anything. I didn't move anything. It's just that. That's all. That's the difference between these two. These are impressive. I mean, the still of water is just cool because everything just moves for, you know, when we see it. But when you see it just like static, it's so cool. It's one of the things that really got me into photography is just the way you could take things just still in midair. It's just mind-blowing to me, and I love it. And when you're outside, a lot of times you don't need a flash. Okay, so there's a lot of them where, you know, you just take the shot. There's a lot of cool water shots that I have, but it's just covering one of my subjects. I can't do that. But I mean, it still looks cool, you know. As I said, there's gonna be 50%. Probably that's probably a little high. Maybe 35% of them that I'm not going to use. Setup stuff, but so good. Okay, so I got some of these that look really nice. Except the only bad thing is I notice here is one of my cars is slightly out of focus. And that worries me a little bit because the other car is 100% focused. I mean, it's slightly back, you know, just kind of like this type of thing. But when you're shooting that close and that type of aperture, you know, that aperture a little bit more wide open, it is even just half an inch, quarter of an inch can make a difference. So I'm scrolling through these right now, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like one of my cars is slightly out of focus, and slightly is enough to really make a difference, especially both cars. Okay, so I'm shooting cars, right, from Pixar, and the eyes, you could see clearly on one, on Mater, but on Steve McQueen, it's slightly blurry, even though part of his car back here is, God, stupid hair, huh? Anyways, so part of his car is in focus, the other part is not. But when the eyes are not in focus, it's noticeable. And these are some good shots. These are good splashes. And I remember on one of these that the camera kind of moved and dropped. I haven't got to those yet. But, I mean, here's a great splash. And Mater, is it Mater? Yeah. Mater? Hold on. Let's check this real quick. Just to check my facts. I'm almost positive. Yes, Mater. Okay. Just making sure. So he's completely in focus. His eyes, the splash looks fantastic. And again, part of the splash, the one that's close, is a little blurry. But Steve McQueen's fin, spoiler, is a really good, sharp focus. But his eyes are slightly off. And that definitely begins to worry me. Because you can't really have one in focus and one without focus. You know, you kind of like, oh, here's a different angle. So here's where I obviously picked up the camera, put it back down, and I actually, instead of going straight front shot, straight on, I actually angled this just a slight bit. And this is what I'm saying. You might not want to move the camera and you feel like you got the perfect position, the perfect shot, but there are times where you realize after you move it and set it back, it's even better. Of course, there's a lot of times where you go, not as good. But this is the beauty about photography. This is the beauty about digital photography. You can just run that button. Take as many shots. I mean, I took 400. What was it? 451 shots, something like that. Oh no, 410. Sorry. Yeah, Samsung. I was way off. Okay, and now after I moved it, now my Steve McQueen and Mater is in focus. Thank God that I actually grabbed it to check it out. And I remember I was like, I think I'm done. I think I have some good shots. Thankfully, I decided to put it back and try to take a couple more shots. And here is a result that I'm very, very happy with. Both cars are sharp, great focus. The water splash is perfect. It's great. Thank goodness. Thank God I moved it. Fantastic. Especially, I mean, this is the first time I've done this. So, and there's a couple good splashes again. It covers Mater completely. And I don't want that either. Okay, so now here I am. Here I am. It's like an animation. Almost stop motion. Great splashes. And I knew when I was over there that these were some great splashes. And the camera, I felt it move. So I said, I'm probably going to get some cropped out. Something's going to happen. Great splashes. Sure enough, the car, Mater on one of them is almost completely out. And that's when I go, okay, I thought I had some good shots. I should work with them, which I probably did. And I could have stopped. But something just told me, like, I still have a little time. Why not? I might as well just do it again, try to reset and see what we got. So I did again, set it back down, and boom. Remember the shot that I was saying that I marked in camera? That was after the third time I reset. Check. These shots are fantastic. So, very excited. I'm going to see a couple of them, and then you can check them out right here. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay. Camera. Nice.